y'all? It's Eternal Authenticity. First thing of the day. We're just waking up now. I'm not even into getting on the phones and stuff because, to be real, they don't even be popping like that. I don't know if there's some type of secret, if all these notifications have been hidden or what. Or people just so busy or what. But I really don't even be getting no notifications like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless I'm interacting or some people you know, reach out or whatever. But it's not, people assume a lot. People think, oh, wow, they must wake up and have all these billions of text messages saying you're lovely and this and that. No, that's not the case. That's the complete opposite, you know. Like my homie Mike Rashid, my mentor, I remember someone asked him on Instagram, they're like, wow, do you get a lot of compliments, and a lot of women trying to flirt with you? Whatever, something like that. Do you get a lot of compliments from women or whatever on Instagram? And he was like, never. And, well, I understand where he's coming from. Part of that can be sarcastic, I don't know. But part of it also is true. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, to be honest, I get support, I get love, of course, you know. And at the same time, still, that's not like, you know, flirtatious stuff and like flirty emojis and women trying to hit on us and stuff like that. That's not, what's going on. And if they are, we have no idea about it because it's not getting through to us and it's not a vibrational match to us, you know. That's why I'm grateful I went vegan because the two relationships I did that I've, that I'm having space from right now, like, it was both clear and apparent, that it was meant to be. You know what I'm saying? Out of a giant, enormous pool of billions of people, and you sending messages here, sending messages there, trying to talk in real life here, trying to talk in real life there, and most people just so busy and it wasn't working, no matter what. Even if you did hang out with someone and they got lost or caught up or whatever, you know. But for me, I found out like whatever's truly meant to be will find its way, you know. And that's what I'm realizing. You know what I'm saying? It just came. It just happened. And I'm learning more and more. We don't need a chase. We don't need a bag. But anyway, that's what I realized because a lot of people don't understand the full thing, the depth of where we're coming from. Like we're people who have lost it all. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we may have a great vehicle, a deep voice, broad shoulders, muscles, whatever. And same thing for women. They may have a great body, you know, great lips, hips, backside, whatever. But at the same time, there's so much more beyond that, because at those times when you have nothing and literally you're starving or whatever, like people, like, yeah, you may be lightweight and you may have a six pack and look real fit and slim and in shape, but the reality is that the world doesn't care. Like, yeah, there's food pantries and stuff. Cool, you can go there and get your free food from a food pantry or from a homeless place. Okay, cool. But you understand the deeper meaning of it. A lot of the world is creepy, because a lot of the world is very lustful. Most of the world, they'll see a person, a homeless person, or someone who's struggling, like I have, and like a lot of other people have, and they'll be like, oh wow, well, deep down I know that, they have a lot of love and they're really, you know, prominent and attractive or whatever, but at the same time, look at their clothes, look on the streets, look like they don't have no money, so I'm gonna go on, and that's what a lot of people do, and they play around with these games on social media, pretending like everything's cool, and it's not. And I'm just keeping it 100% real with y'all, for real. This is what's going on. I remember my most recent, the one, most recent lover. She was saying, wow, I'm surprised not all the girls, all the women are not chasing after you, are not begging and fighting for you, this and that. And same thing with the other one. She was like, oh yeah, all the women will follow you, this and that, you know. And she's saying all the women in Africa, Angola will follow you because of your glow, your aura. And some of these things, I mean, I'm taking them as compliments, and at the same time, like, it takes a true, real connection to actually have that, to see it happen. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, with the true lovers, true, real love, it's there. It's present. It's right there, right now, real life, face-to-face interaction. It's no chasing or running or games on the phone, games on social media, games just not starting nothing in real life to talk with them, or there's no games at all. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Everything is meant to be will be. Because it's true. That's how I found it. Because a lot of people, you know, they just aren't meant for us. You know what I'm saying? They may just be stuck on level one. Oh, stuck on physical, lustful appearance. You know, when it's so much deeper than that. But that's what I'm saying. A lot of people are very lustful. That look, porn is the number one. It's one of the number one selling things, number one popular things on the internet. What else? The music. All you hear in the music is about sex and drugs and violence and tattoos and stuff. What else? The TV. I don't even watch TV. Y'all know I threw my TV out a long time ago. I haven't watched that thing in years. You know, it's a lot of stuff going on. You know what I mean? That's influencing people, and especially the food. The foods literally hold a lower vibration, a fearful lower vibration, and that brings you to a lower energetic vibration as well. And that's what keeps you down there in that lower nature: aggression, anger, jealousy, hate, envy, you know, toxic vibes, lustful vibes. And that's where all that stems from, you know. So you have to go on the journey within and ascend and be on that path of higher nature to understand where I'm coming from, you know. And another thing, like how we wake up and how we go to sleep is so important. I'm no saint, I'm no perfectionist about all this stuff. Because I've had experience of, you know, waking up and there's arguments, there's chaos, you know, and I'm talking about for a whole lot of stuff, from waking up with next to a lover and, maybe a disagreement or a big battle or argument or something like that, to even back when we lived with our parents and we're getting ready for school, we don't really want to go to school. Maybe we're arguing about something silly, something simple, something that's not, we don't need to argue over. And also, like, same thing with, like, if you were playing a sport, you know, if it was like football practice or basketball practice or whatever, cross country or something, and something went down. Bottom line is, when we wake up and we go to sleep, are some of the best key points of the day. Obviously the whole day is important, but it's just like how you start the day is going to set the tone and the mood and the vibe for the day. And I've noticed that literally throughout my journey. What I'm saying is, whenever you start the day off on a bad note, I mean, you have the power to make it the best, but honestly, you have a lot of momentum going the wrong way, and that's just the truth. Like, it's easier said than done, these things. Like, if you know what I'm saying? Like, real people, they process stuff, and it's not just like, something evil happens or bad happens or whatever, and the next second, it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't mean you gotta stay stuck on stuff. But it takes people time to process stuff. It doesn't mean you have to hold a grudge. It doesn't mean you have to have a heavy heart. It doesn't mean you have to stay stuck. It's just true. People remember things. It doesn't mean they have to hold it against you. It's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? And that's something I've had to realize. And, like, especially even when I've been alone in a peaceful state, sometimes, you can have still some occasional worries and paranoia and stuff like that, but I know that doesn't serve us too. That's why what I'm doing is I wake up, just like my mentor said, you know, Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters, he said when we wake up, we have like two choices of like how we're gonna, start the day. You know, and when, we speak about love and fear, all that stuff. Love keeps us free, and et cetera, et cetera. So basically for me, like, I may end up getting some posters or something, some artwork or something, maybe from the mall, or I don't know. But for me, like, and I've written down several affirmations, but for me, it's like when you can wake up and just look at the ceiling and visualize, I am forever free. That's number one, you know. And then especially when you live in a vegan lifestyle, also, I am karma free. True love has no judgment. True love is unconditional acceptance. The bird will fly back to you. Everything will come to you as you continue to let go. You will be successful beyond your wildest dreams and imagination. I am eternally free. Just simple stuff like that has helped me to make peace with my past. Because a lot of us have been through a lot of stuff all across the board. You know what I'm saying? And the ultimate desire is to have peace and freedom from all that. And we're doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying how I start the day. Some people pray, some people meditate. I meditate. It's just a combination. You can work out, you can do whatever. It's a whole bunch of stuff. And, I'm just saying that's what's been helping me get throughout the day. And at night, it's a similar thing in a way. Meditate, maybe talk on the phone with a good friend, maybe go spend time with the lover, family member, writing, whatever. Like these few things help our mental stability, to like continue crossing over these little bumps and patches and hiccups in our road, you know. And yeah, that's why I like saying I am forever free is one of the most powerful statements is because the deeper and deeper you go, you realize, hey, I'm a sovereign human being. I'm a sovereign life form being. Nobody controls me. Nobody owns me. I am uncontrollable eternally. I am forever free eternally. And saying stuff like this and reminding yourself and embodying it and all this stuff, simple things help out your mental health. I'm saying it for real. Because I even just woke up now, literally from a dark kind of a nightmare. Like, to be honest with y'all, I woke up and it was like a insane, it was like a very sick, insane person that was coming at me, you know? And like the vibes were off, like, it was like zombies, literally. It felt like I was playing Call of Duty Zombies, honestly. Black Ops Zombies, you know? And I don't know why I had that. It was about actually someone, it was actually about someone who I used to know like that, who I used to be around, who I used to go to school with, and like, I don't know if that was a message saying maybe that's what they turned into or what. I haven't met with them in real life in many, 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 many years, you know. And it's nothing personal too, I'm not gonna get into it, but it's just like, I don't know, like, that's why I wake up my days like that, realizing that true love has no judgment. I am eternally free. I am uncontrollable. And I am forgiven. And, the true love will come back, you know. We all have our own sacred experience with our higher nature, our heart, our higher self, whatever you want to call it. People call it prayer, meditation, time with the universe, time with God, with Buddha, with Allah, whatever you want to call it. You know, when we're alone, especially, we know our own connection. And some of these things, you know, almost unexplainable in a way. You know, unless you really slow things down, unless you're really connecting with someone, especially really deeply, like, a lover, an intimate lover or something. But like, that connection that you have within yourself and to the universe. And that's all I'm saying is just harbor that and make it the best. And that's why I'm starting off the day with simple things like that and going to sleep with simple mindsets like that and principles like that, because it's heavy, deep stuff, this awakening, you know. So the ultimate thing is, to keep going and to get past it. Like, I'm here to live at least minimum of 100 years, you know. I'm on the path to live at least 100 years old. So with that being said, I'm here to experience life and experience love with, those that are meant for me to experience it that late in age, 90, 100, you know. That's some deep, real stuff. Because it's still a little bit early outside, but I already hear people's cars getting started. And guess what? People going to be out flying around the city, you know. They even did studies. They said if meat consumption, if the consumption, as the consumption of meat lowers, like half of the cars will be off the streets, off the roads, off the highways, something like that. And that's helping out the environment, preventing pollution, preventing people from going to jobs that they hate, and allowing people to be at home to heal themselves, allowing people to be at home to work on their own vision, their own dreams, their own business, whatever, you know. And that's the message. The world will become a much more quiet and calmer place with less pollution, less traffic, less sirens, less horns, less honking, less, you know, drama. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm desiring to see. And that's what I'm doing, is becoming better within me to at least have that in exchange externally, you know? So I'm out, y'all. Y'all have an amazing day with eternal authenticity. Thanks for tuning in. Much love.